you have to straighten it out sometime. You might as well do it now while someone's telling you about it. See, I never did anything like that before, like I'm doing now. I never even, I was a first, me standing in front of an audience. No, 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 no. But you see, once I heard the message, it all changed. I I never smiled so much. And then some people even say that we didn't seem to be too flippant with this. Well, I'm not being flippant. I flip, but not the way you think. Yeah, I've been called crazy quite a few times, and a few of them are insane. But you know, but and see, they don't know. They don't know who I am or what I'm doing. If they did, they couldn't think that way. See, everybody's working on half truths,
Yeah.
or outright lies, but
Yeah.
usually on half truths.
Yeah.
Just enough to entice you, but not enough to establish. And that's what you want to do. Look, it's up to you to choose. It's up to you to direct your talking to yourself. Well, I'm not trying to tell you what you should think. I'm telling you, just direct what you are thinking already, or what you have been thinking. And if you haven't been getting good results from it, well, you're told change your mind, change your world. I mean that what would you change? Your thinking. What else would you change? I mean, if that's your life, that's what you want to watch. That's what you want to direct, your thoughts, because they're your life, good, bad, or indifferent. And there's really no one to help you. There really isn't. Not in the state of mind you're in, because until you change it, nothing changes. It can't. It can't change because your say is a valid say. And if you're experiencing it, well, you said it. I mean, what does it say? They wouldn't agree that it was their own harvest.
Yeah.
No, not me. I didn't say nothing like that. 15 times in a half an hour, you said just the opposite of what you just said. Those fortune tellers, oh, they're trained to observe how people act,
Yeah.
and any little facial whatever you do at a certain question or something,
Yeah.
they probably know you better in a half an hour than you've known yourself all your life. And that's the reason why they're so good. Really, I've heard some really good ones. I mean, handle lice and the whole thing. Well, but it says as you believe it is to you. But you see, if you believe you have to bow down to something outside of yourself, see, then that's crossing a line that you don't want to cross. You see, because I am with you always. I will never leave you. That's words of God. So if he's right with you, why are you concerned about what they're doing? Why are you being impressed with the things? I mean, look, just yeah, kind of get going all on the same thing, don't they? But really, honestly, but just like now, when this is put on a CD or whatever, or DVD,
Yeah.
and I get a copy of it and I listen to it, I go, I said that. See, honestly, I would not know until I hear it again, because what I'm giving it, that's what I'm focusing on, giving it, not And is this right? Is this right? Because it's not from me, it's through me. And I love that way because, see, I don't have to feel responsible. All I have to do is just tell it to you as a witness, not as an example, but as a witness. I was a terrible example for years, but I didn't really ever hurt anybody. So, well, maybe emotionally, but you know, didn't break any of their bones or nothing. Well, no, that's not true either. But well, oh yeah, so you kind of gotta watch you. Hey, it's your time now. This virtual reality that we all share, it is built out of our minds. Someone had to imagine it, and someone had to carry it out. But what we're trying to do is trying to get the one who's imagined it to be the one to carry it out. You see, you have a great idea, but you don't do something with it, and then somebody else picks it up from you, and they put it out there, and they make millions, and you're going. Looking back now, I remember I see opportunities after opportunities that were right there, right there. I mean, I even thought about it at times, and still I didn't do anything. And then here it is. Somebody else did it. But that sure cuts into the profit, doesn't it?
It does. It does.
Well, what? Look, cars. Cars look so different in the different countries,
Yeah.
and but they're still cars. They thought of they I think that Ford made one and the news got around and somebody bought one and took it all apart and found out how it worked. And then they put another one together and they made a lot of improvements and on down and on down. And now you got stereo
Yeah.
and TV right in the dash. All I can tell you, man, they sure went past me.
What would you say to the listener as we're winding down?
Wind it up.
Okay.
Oh, isn't that it? We
That's
told
it.
it to them, didn't we?
We did.
Wind it up. Listen to it over and over and over and over. I tell you, there's no better way in the world to learn something than to listen to it over and over and over. I mean, like I said, just go back to your school days, and that's what you tell you to become as little children. You didn't just hear your ABCs once and then you go spell it right out. No, no. Or your times table. No, no. I studied and studied and studied them for a week, and I took the test and I passed A. But a week later, I could probably because I stopped repeating it,
Yeah.
and it just went away, and that's what happened. And then somewhere down the line, something will happen. Maybe hear something on the TV or the radio or something, and it brings up something that you heard before, and you make a connection, and that's what you're to do. You make the connections. Yeah, you're making the connections anyway. So why not choose them? See, look, you're either choosing or you're chosen for. I I, I know that's hard to swallow, but that's the truth, isn't it?
It is. And 99% of the population is being chosen for.
Yeah, by an ongoing drama that you were told to be in the world, but not to be of the world. See, and that being of the world means that you're taking the suggestions from without discernment. See, and Even in small things, that really isn't wise. I've gotten tripped up more than once, just not really thinking straight. And you can do so, but it does take practice. I mean, you are disciplining yourself to do a certain thing at a certain time. And if you'll do so for a certain time, long enough, you'll find that you were feeding every negative desire you had gotten involved in when you could have been looking at the other side, because you're given choose. Hey, you don't realize what a gift that is, choosing that you
Absolutely.
give. I mean, or you ask a little kid, what do you want for your birthday? Hey, they give you a list that long, you know. It's not, see, kids know what they want, and they'll be very stubborn about it too. And yeah, there's only two things you need. You got to feed your face, feed your mind. But I can see there's an awful lot of people feeding their face and ain't feeding their mind. And they'll even tell you exactly that right out of their own mouth, and then wonder why they're having a problem. You see, hey, I didn't get this either. No, I didn't get this either. I know that that it's out there because that's where I found it, out there. And I was, as one person, I had heard what he said probably 100 times before, and a little different, but the same idea. But you got to do it. You hear it, and you'll even agree with. I agreed with it. Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, but you will. These things I do, you shall do also, and even greater. So you will do it. What are you going to wait for? Well, why have more suffering, more knocks and blocks in your? Why wait? Why not just do it now? You're going to do it sooner or later. I mean, how long, oh Lord, how long? I don't know. How long? Yeah, well, it took me years, but I'm here so that it doesn't have to take you years. You see, if you will really focus on what we're saying, it won't take you years. Take you weeks, months maybe, but not years. But you gotta be serious. You gotta focus, because hey, what has your attention has your life. There you are. Enjoy yourself. That's it. You know, there's nothing going on out in the world at all that will compare with what you can do right here. And it's just as real as this. As a matter of fact,
Real.
when you're out of mind, this is a dream. But while you're here, that's a dream. But it's all a dream. It's God's dream. And you're the participants of his dream. And he's given you, the participant of the dream, to dream the dream. Aware or unaware, you're doing so. Our suggestion is it's just better to be more aware, isn't it?
Absolutely. So as we close, you are the miracle. What would you say about those miracles out there?
It's all a miracle or nothing is.
Absolutely.
See, it's just how you see it.
Well, sir, it's been a pleasure.
Yep, it always is, because I get to hear it.
Me too.
Your next statement, your next words, thoughts, you're vulnerable to what they're saying. Watch it.
Absolutely.
I had a half a dozen of Neville's tapes. And I listened to them at least one every night for years before it actually touched base. I began thinking differently. The importance of having a CD, because what has your focus has your life. Think about it. We're not asking you to join anything, but you have to have the CDs. You have to have the DVDs. You have to listen to them. It's you training this. Listen, listen, listen.
But as Mr. Lindell stated, you have to listen to them repeatedly. And again, for those who are interested, click the link below and it will take you to the 4 CD set, and you'll be able to transform not only your mind, but your world.